folks, it's the Creepy Kentuckian here with you again from Dead Pit Radio. We have a really cool review for you guys today. Gigantic box set that Arrow Video kicked off 2024 with. Finally getting to take a look at it. Very excited about it because up until this point, I didn't really know much about Coffin Joe. A lot of people associated with the show over the years have bragged these movies up. This guy was like a Brazilian Boris Karloff, if you will. The godfather of Brazilian horror. José Mojica Marin, who is known to the world as Coffin Joe. Arrow Video has brought this set out finally. Highly anticipated release. I believe it was originally announced for back in November. There were a couple of delays along the way. But recently this month, they brought this thing out. There's 6 discs on this thing, a grand total of 11 films, all starring Coffin Joe, José Mojica Marin, who, like I said, in Brazil, this dude is an icon. He's responsible for something now known as carnival horror, right? Got the top hat, the long, creepy fingernails. He's dressed in black. He's an undertaker. He's an evil, sadistic motherfucker. He is Coffin Joe. This massive box set from Arrow Video, Inside the Mind of Coffin Joe. It's the most comprehensive box set ever for Coffin Joe. It's Blu-ray, high definition transfers on these. We're going to talk about the set in general. Again, it's 11 total movies on these. All these have special features and everything. This review is primarily about the set. Way too much here to talk about in one video. But Arrow Video was our studio of the year in 2023. They are kicking off 2024 with quite a bang with this huge, vast collection of José Mojica Marin's films of Coffin Joe, the Coffin Joe trilogy, the spin-off Coffin Joe movies, all included here. Let's talk about it. At Midnight, I'll Take Your Soul is the first horror movie shot in Brazil. It's the movie that made Coffin Joe, the national Brazilian hero. In this one, Marin plays the title character, an evil undertaker who terrifies a small Christian village in Brazil, looking for the perfect bride to mate and have his offspring. Boys, he's a creepy motherfucker. There's some crazy shit in this. This is from 1964. Also included in disc 1 is the 2001 documentary, The Strange World of José Mojica Marin's. And all of this stuff is in Portuguese, by the way. So don't think that any of this stuff is going to be in English. Disc 2 includes the follow-up as a direct sequel, This Night I'll Possess Your Corpse, from 1967, which leads off where the first movie ended. And from there, it kind of goes a little bit everywhere. The Strange World of Coffin Joe from 1968. Coffin Joe hosts a trilogy of macabre tales in this anthology horror film from what many consider the Brazilian Dario Argento. Disc 3 is The Awakening of the Beast and the End of Man. Disc 4, When the Gods Fall Asleep and the Strange Hostel of Naked Pleasures. Disc 5 includes Hellish Flesh and Hallucinations of a Deranged Mind. And Disc 6 is the third Coffin Joe movie, ending the Coffin Joe story from 2008. It is Embodiment of Evil. Now, these editions also loaded up with special features, guys. These movies are very weird. They are low budget. They go from black and white to color, the 60s through the 70s. They're odd little movies. They're not like anything you've really seen before. I think Marin's had a really bizarre outlook on life in general and was just a weird guy. And it's perfect for the character of Coffin Joe. And I can definitely understand why these movies are so beloved and people were so excited about this massive box set. Which, again, like I said, extras in this thing. You've got commentaries, video essays, some short films, some rare stuff, interviews. There's so much. It would be a 10-minute video reading off all of the stuff included in this set. Arrow Video did also include reversible cover art, a double-sided poster, 12 double-sided art cards, and a whole hell of a lot more. This set is very extensive. For fans of Coffin Joe, this is the grail. This is what you want. Transfers on these all look pretty good. Now, I think there is some sort of recall on one of these discs for a subtitle issue. So that would be an issue unless you know Portuguese, right? So all of these are Brazilian films made in Brazil, Portuguese language and all that. So take that into effect as well. I know a lot of people are not fans of reading movies, but these are really cool. It's fun to learn about the crazy mind of Jose Marin's Coffin Joe. Legendary figure, gone but not forgotten. Definitely the godfather of Brazilian horror. He is what Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Leatherface, all these guys are here in the U.S. Coffin Joe is in Brazil. And this is a great set, nice hard box edition and everything. It is out now. It's a high recommendation for me, especially if you're wanting something a little different. This is definitely that. Get it now. Check it out. Check us out. We're over at deadpit.com.
Give us the thumbs up.
Up your butt.
Like, subscribe. And if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Dead Pit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a fuck. If you do
I want you to. I want you to.
I don't care.
Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to do nothing.
Listen, they need to do that now.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up. Subscribe. And click that bell.
There's all kinds of wonderful shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. You can get some Dead Pit radio shirts. You can get Last South on the left. The Hills Have Eyes. Texas Chainsaw. Oh, wait, you can't say Texas Chainsaw. All kinds of shirts, folks. You're gonna love them. Shop.deadpit.com.
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. Deadpit on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows, fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.